One of the early pioneers in the history of Troy men's basketball, Paul Word was named a small college All-American following the 1961-62 season, in addition to earning a pair of All-Alabama Collegiate Conference honors. Word ranks 15th all-time in Troy history with 1,113 points over his three-year career, and is one of just 22 players in Troy history to top the 1,000-point career mark. The Eufaula, Alabama native helped lead the Trojans to a pair of Alabama Collegiate Conference regular season championships and the 1962 Alabama Collegiate Conference Tournament Championship. Troy appeared in the NAIA National Tournament all three seasons with Word on the roster. He led the Trojans in scoring and rebounding in his final two seasons. Word averaged 17.3 points and 10.9 rebounds per game in 1960-61 and 17.6 points and 9.9 rebounds in 1961-62. After graduating Troy with honors, Word went on to dominate the high school coaching ranks in Alabama as he won 614 games in 38 years, including state championships at New Brockton in 1968 and Abbeville Christian Academy in 2002, for which he earned Alabama Coach of the Year honors.
I walked into Coach Archer's office and I said, "Coach," I said, "I'd like to go out for basketball if you let me." He looked at me and he said, "Don't I know you?" I said, "Yes, I was here last spring." He said, "I tried out and I didn't make it." He said, "You're a little bit bigger now, aren't you?" Well, when I tried out, I was a little over 6 feet tall and weighed about 155 pounds. And a year later, I was 6'3" and weighed about 185. He said, "I think we can find a place for you." Well, I think about all the guys I played with and the things we went through, the things we did. Three of us started at the same time, and we played 4 years together. We had a good relationship with one another, and we all loved Coach Archer. He was tough. He was really tough on us, but we all liked him. As a matter of fact, we loved him, and wouldn't take anything for having that experience of being with them. They never had a pep rally of any kind that I can remember at Troy. The night before we played Huntington, they had a pep rally out on the quad, and there had to be at least 1,500, 2,000 people at the pep rally. So we were pumped up and ready to go the next night. We ended up beating them something like 33 points on our floor. I picked up just about everything I used in basketball for 43 years from Coach Archer and from my high school coach in Eufaula. And I was still old school enough at the end of my coaching career. I was still doing things that I had done when I played for them. But Coach Archer was ahead of his time. He was doing things in basketball that didn't come along for 4 or 5 years. And we were fortunate being able to play for him. Yeah, I appreciate my mother and daddy letting me come to school. My daddy told me if I didn't pass, I was going in the Army. So I was glad that I was fortunate enough to pass and be able to play. Met the young lady that would be my wife, and we will be married for 53 years in August this coming year. Her family, and her daddy, I don't think had ever been to a basketball game at Troy. And when I started dating Joan, he started coming to the ball games. He saw me play the first game I played as a freshman. He didn't miss one for 4 years. I would like to thank whoever came up with the idea of getting the Troy University Sports Hall of Fame going. You know, when I was playing, the last thing in my mind that I would ever be a member of a Hall of Fame at a school I'd played at. But I'm thankful that somebody had the foresight to do this, because it's a good way to get recognition, and for people that I've heard from people I hadn't heard from in years when they found out about it, calling just congratulations. And can't do anything but grow and get better.